Hey everyone! Yeah, I'm back. I know, it took me a while. And I've been reading a lot, so this is going to be very short and probably not going to have any of the books because I rent most of my books from the library, which makes me happy. And you should go to the library too. It's not just a book museum, it's a place to go. I have books that I have read that are on the list and books that I have read that should be on the list. So the first book that I read is continuing down through the list over here. And I read On Beauty by Zadie Smith. I'm not really sure what I thought about this book. I thought it was good, but I don't know if it deserved to be on the list, and I don't know if it's still on the list. So maybe, you could tell me if it still is. But I don't know. It was really good, but it didn't have any of the ability for me to connect, and so I really didn't understand it in general. But I don't know, it was still good. I would still recommend it. The second book I read, not off the list, I don't believe it's on the list, is The Gargoyle by Andrew Davidson. And I would recommend this book to anyone. Seriously. It has a little bit of everything for anyone who wants to read it. It is called the modern day Dante's Inferno, and I definitely believe that. And it also is a love story, but it also has action, and it also has this really strange psychological thing going on. Like, the main character, the first scene is him being burned alive in a car. Like, it's terrible and gruesome, and there's so many gruesome things in there, but there's also so many beautiful things. And I don't even know how to explain it, but it's so good. It's so good. You should definitely read it. The Gargoyle by Andrew Davidson. Now, more on the list. Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime. The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime by Mark Haddon. I've seen Mark Haddon do slam poetry here in Denver, merry old Denver, and he's a really great slam poet, and this book, it should be on this list because it is, and it should stay on this list forever because it's amazing. I'm not very descriptive, but it has to do with this mentally challenged kid, and I don't really know what will give the book away, but it did end up really connecting with me and having all of these different ideas in my head, and definitely gave me a better understanding of what it's like to be mentally challenged. And I don't know if that was really the point of the book, but I think the point of the book was to show that there really isn't a difference between someone who's mentally challenged, mentally handicapped, and a person who has normal mental capacities. I think that it's beautiful in how he wrote it, and I just love the style of writing. It's very interesting. It's kind of like Flowers for Algernon, but at the same point in time, it's not at all. And I loved it, and I would recommend that book to anyone. House of Leaves by Mark Z. Danielewski. Danielewski? I don't know how to say his name. Oh no. This book, it made me obsessed. I don't know what else to say other than that I was obsessed with it. I decoded all the Morse code in the book. I went through and I found the codes, and it scared the crap out of me. This was like the scariest book I have ever read because it wasn't scary. There was nothing to be afraid of except the fact that there was nothing. I don't know how many of you read this, but you definitely should read it if you get the chance. It deserves to be on this list, and I'm glad it is because it's amazing. It starts out all coherent, and you just like lose sanity along with the book. Like, you lose sanity, or you feel like you are losing sanity with the author. And I think it took him something like 7 years to write, and it's perfect. Like, this book, you feel like you're perfectly normal, and then you discover this thing, this part of this book, and everything just starts going downhill. You go into the 5-minute hallway, and you see all of these things, and you see absolutely nothing at the same time. And by the end, like, in the book, it goes to where there's one word a page, or where it's flipped upside down, or little random snippets of things. And if you read all of those, there's so much to this book. I don't even know what to say about it. It's pretty much amazing. Not gonna lie. So, I guess that's enough books for this time. And sorry it took me so long. I'm going to try and become more regular. I am now on a new collab channel, which I will put, that way, in the sidebar, over here. Woo! And we're the Traveling Nerds. Nerd Fighters. And I'm Monday. Hey, I'm Monday. But yes, we're basically just doing everything that has to do with our travels, because this year I'm traveling a lot and I'm so excited, and I'm going to try and keep up with everything and try and keep you guys updated on the books I'm reading and the books you should be reading and the books you shouldn't be reading. And, yeah. Bye!